you can't really say too many bad things about these people because even in the unhinged moments, it's kind of relatable. You're like, I probably would have done that too. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're gonna jump into the first edition here of Unhinged Heroes, and who better to start with than a guy who really helped us grow, who really helped our channel grow on certain video, and a man in his own right. Let's say we're talking about Lenny Randle, the infamous but heard around the world, and the reason why one special night beer was 10 cents and led to one of the greatest brawls in baseball history, baby. We're talking Lenny, MF, and Randle. Mr. KC, man, regale us a little bit, man.
Well, we're talking about the man, the myth, the legend. Now, a lot of folks know this man from a very iconic moment when he played for the Seattle Mariners. There was a ball that was hit foul, and it was going on the foul baseline. And it was so close to the edge, he decided to start blowing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this caused some excitement, some wildness. It was eventually ruled a fair ball, but there was no rules against blowing on it. So it was kind of an insult that it was ruled foul.
Man. So,
Now,
because that's innovation, not to cut you off, 'cause that's innovation in my mind. There's no rule that say I can't do it. I just innovated the game with that move. They should have cut me a check. So they should have cut me a check for that.
I mean, you can't really argue against it, right? Like, if you're not cutting a check for the man, what are we really doing? Now, early on, he was drafted in the 10th round and stuff like that with the Washington Senators. He was the 10th overall or the first pick in the 10th round and really made it to the pros relatively quickly. One season in the minors and then kind of bounced around from there. And then really broke out in 1974 when all this commotion went down. Now, people might know about the 10-cent beer night. And before we talk about it, we got to set it up, right?
Gotta set it up.
Got to set it up. So he had a play that you'll see the video while we're talking. And in the play, the pitcher throws at Lenny Randle, tries to scare him a little bit, if you will.
Right down the back, big man.
Right. Woo. Man, you don't want to get hit by an 85-mile-per-hour ball. I promise you. Not me. Well, he lays down the most perfect bunt. And with that bunt, he happened to meet the pitcher on the baseline at the same time and decides to run into the pitcher. An all-out brawl happens. And surprisingly, nobody's even ejected. Nobody's suspended. Nothing even happens. Play resumes afterwards. Craziness. Good old 1974 baseball.
And Matt Wilcox, shout out to the pitcher who threw that. I mean, look, man, there's a new phrase here in 2024. I know it's years later, but you F around and you found out. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
That.
did he not? So a week later, we get the infamous 10-cent beer night, which was a promotion held by the Cleveland Indians against the Texas Rangers. So the same two teams face each other like 6 days later. They lower the price from 60 cents to 10 cents, which in today's equivalent is changing it from $4 to a 62-cent beer. Now, I don't know about you, right? We happen to like to drink on this show just a smidge, but you give me a 60-cent beer, I might have more than one or two.
Right.
just maybe. So that's what happens. There's a bench clearing brawl. Everyone goes crazy. And there's a major fight all throughout the stands, as everyone knows. And this will be the last. Yeah, this is the last time you'll ever see a 10-cent beer night in baseball. It's pretty wild. And then, so we move on past the 10-cent beer night, and we get a little exciting in 1977. In spring training, first round draft choice Bump Willis earned the starting second baseman job over Randle Randle didn't really like that, right? So he gets into a fight with the Rangers manager, uh, Lucchesi, and Randle punches Lucchesi in the face 3 times before the altercation stopped. Lucci's hospitalized, needs plastic surgery and some more stuff. Ends up getting suspended for 30 days for that one and traded to the Mets because they were done with him after that. And Randall was charged with assault, pleaded no contest, received $1,000 fine, and the Rangers ended up actually firing Lucci not too long after that into June. So they weren't really big on him after that.
Right. Because they're like, dude, you got rid of a commodity. They knew it was Lucci's fault. That's why he got punched in the mouth 3 times. Pow, pow, pow.
Pow, pow, pow. And then, of course, we have the infamous, blowing on the baseball event, which happened against our favorites, Kansas City Royals, in 1981.
Hmm.
And they called it the no blow rule implemented. And he jokingly said, they won the game, but we won the protest. So after 12 years, he played 1,138 career games, had a 257 batting average, 27 home runs, and so decent stats for an overall career. And last little fun thing about him before we leave is he's actually an Italian baseball legend. So in 1983, he becomes the first American major leaguer to play baseball in Italy and still holds the record for the longest home run in Italian Series A1 league, and the most home runs and singles in a 3-game series. So, he's worldwide famous.
Yeah, international now. He took it to the next level. And you're not lying. He's well beloved out there. He played with the what was it? I forget the name of the team out there. I had to look it up. But I know after that though, he was beloved overseas. But that's what happens when you take great talent. I mean, it can all things considering how long they play baseball now. He played 12 years in the majors. He probably still had a lot to take by the time he went over there. You know what I mean? Like so, shout out to him, man. All
Yeah,
respect.
and supposedly, we've heard a lot of comments saying he's in the music industry now. He likes to manage people, and he likes to coach little league and minor young guys in baseball. So shout out Lenny Randle. We'd absolutely love to have him on as a guest sometime.
For sure. We'll play some tracks for you. Have a good time. We'll talk about that infamous 3 piece you laid down on him. Because if he'd have called me a punk, I'd have laid him down with it too. Like, hey, man,
Mm,
there's certain things you just don't say to a man. There's 2 P
mm,
words I can think of off top, and punk is one of them.
mm.
There's just certain things you don't say to a man unless you're ready for fisticuffs.
There's
Sorry.
only certain things you can do at certain points. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So shout out to Lenny Randle, and like I said, shout out to him being a great player and innovator, everything above.